Yes,
Oh.
70s.
Oh. Oh. Greetings, salutations, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Card here with my partner in crime.
Hey guys, what's up? It's OTK.
Hopefully, you guys are having an amazing day. Because last week, holy, I can't say those words in the first few seconds of the video because YouTube will be trying to strike us down. But y'all remember it, right? Like the title of last week's episode. Lord have mercy, it was a lot. But
It's
I'm gonna
so
let you
much.
cook,
It was
Kayla.
so much. Yeah, it was so much. Like I have to do a little snack segment, little cook and snack segment before we
Mm-hmm.
start this episode. Just to point out a few things, because as you guys saw, I was so distraught and so emotional and so overwhelmed. I forgot so much. So it took logging out and then like going on to Twitter and then taking a beat to breathe and reading things that my brain caught but couldn't process that other X fans, other muties put into words. So first things first, Gambit saving the Morlocks.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people pointed out, and I'm glad that they did. Because I remember saying while we were watching it that, talking about Gambit, Rogue, Wolverine, Magneto, they all have a past and they've all done some bad shit. In the comics, Gambit leads Sinister's Marauders into the Morlock tunnels, and there we have our first mutant massacre. The Marauders, Sinister's Marauders, kill the Morlocks in the tunnels. And Gambit was a part of that. Not in killing, but in leading. He does play a role. And a lot of people pointed out this was a nice kind of redemption for the character. Because in the comics he leads to their death, but in the cartoon he leads to their salvation for the most part. We saw what happens later, but it was just I'm getting chills just thinking about it. That was like a nice swing and a hit. That was really good of the creators of the series to have done that. Nice little redemption piece, but my brain was there, just it was so much going on and I couldn't remember. Why was I like Gambit did bad shit? That's why. Then when they do the far shot at the end of the episode, the camera news work showing the basic like kaiju sentinel, uh other X fans pointed out it is a Genoshan massacre. It is, I think, from the comic E for Extinction. And the person who brings about that turn, which is so funny because after the fact, I was like, yeah, Emma Frost was on Genosha, and that's how she got her diamond form. And it's because it's Cassandra Nova, who is Charles Xavier's evil twin sister in the comic. And she goes about doing some crazy shit in all new X-Men, E for Extinction, in that run. And I'm glad people pointed that out because it was right there on the tip of my tongue. I just couldn't remember it. But it's also an important shout out because Cassandra Nova is apparently main big bad or one of the big bads in the Deadpool Wolverine movie. So
Yeah, I remember
if
you
you,
mentioning that something around
yeah.
that last week. Yeah.
Yeah, like off camera without even on here. It was like it
Yeah.
took me having to remove myself from the episode and having other fans kind of like, yeah, you were on the right track. Here you go. Here's all the information that's there. You know what you know. It's just
Mhm.
there you go. Like, because I think everyone else definitely watched it before we did. Because I think
Yeah.
it
It
comes
was
on like
like 4
3
a.m.
o'clock and yeah.
Yeah.
So many people were talking about how they watched it at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I think we watched it at 12 Eastern time last week, 12:30
Yeah.
p.m. If you're looking, like I know I was mentioning the current mutant massacre, which happened on Krakoa in the last year. That's the latest Hellfire Gala issue if you want to check that out. If you want to read the start of Krakoa, which I consider a Bible, it's the giant trade paperback of House of X and Powers of 10. It is such a wonderful book, and it's the jumpstart of the Krakoan age and how all the mutants gather in Krakoa and the start of that, which is this era was so important to me, and I think that it's also like why it hit me so hard that episode last week.
Mhm.
Like it's so important to me that this has been my background. Like it's a little hard to tell, but this has been my background for the last 6 months It's Magneto and Xavier looking out on Krakoa and all the mutants like celebrating and enjoying themselves. I'm getting fuck. It's celebrating and enjoying themselves, and it's just such a beautiful splash page. And I've been like really holding on to that, so I think that's also why it like hit me really hard last week, and it's hitting me now. Mike has been really great and putting up our X-Men videos on YouTube. So shout out to all the guys on YouTube. Thanks for joining us. I'm sorry it was such a mess last week. In case you do want to read those comics, the X-Men 97 comic is out. So check it out so you can fill in the blanks between OG series and this series.
You believe?
Holy wait. Guys, there's no Gambit.
Yeah,
They
they took
no
out
Gambit.
the Gambit, bro.
Or Magneto. Oh, that was
Yeah.
Nimrod. Oh, I got killed. Oh my god. Fighting the Shi'ar.
There was Gambit.
What is
there,
going
but
on?
he's
Oh,
gone too.
Lalandra and Charles.
They took out Gambit and Magneto,
I did
bro.
that make me chill.
Also my type of like, even when they do that in like anime, remove characters once they're gone, like damn son.
It means it's serious and it's for real.
Oh. God.
He said no.
He didn't even get a chance to say surrender, bro.
That's her.
Damn. That's badass.
Oh, the Shi'ar. Well, the Shi'ar bird people.
Yeah. But back in those days,
Shi'ar Imperial Guard.
man's just taking all of these beams. It's like, bro, what are you guys doing, bro?
Damn.
You just show up and wreck everyone, bro. That's what the job is. I thought he was about to get like smashed.
Oh, that's Vulcan.
Hmm.
He is a. Not gonna say nothing. I might say it.
Oh, damn, bro. Jesus.
Hey, girl, we don't care that you guys are getting down. Relax.
Wait. Wait.
Wing.
Oh man.
Sorry if I spit. Oh my god, that's crazy. Oh my god. This man out here getting dick down out and out of space while his people are dying. I fucking hate this.
Yeah, son. It's like, hello, your bros are dying.
Mind you, half of them are dead, but okay. Oh, the Shi'ar slaver race, though Lilandra is trying to change that.
I mean, those exoskeletons was doing overtime. Earth is kind of fucked right now, bro.
You can just stay in space, man. Like, I don't even care right now.
I can fix her. Damn.
Oh.
Damn. Damn. Trying to put the nail in her coffin.
If you guys didn't know, Storm is extremely claustrophobic.
Oh man. You just exercised the adversary.
Like that the magic kind of resembles what Doctor Strange does, kind of drawing that in to the MCU. Oh God, I think he needs to get that checked.
It's a little bit more to get that checked. My love. After you smacked the shit out of him last week.
Sometimes your love says some wild ass shit. You gotta smack their senses.
He literally says, "I love you." Damn.
He's also like, "Hey, I kind of also made the gun that shit."
Yeah.
He didn't
Also,
make that gun. The executioner did, but comics shit.
yeah.
Anyway.
How long is this farce gonna keep up?
Oh, they're actually in love. They're
Yeah, no,
for real love,
no,
but
I mean like this farce here. Mm. Milky Way ghetto. Damn.
High Council, for the sake of the Empire, I must invoke the right of Asasha.
it's like
Bro.
people are like, well, why haven't aliens invaded Earth in the real world? Everyone's like, because it's so ghetto.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
Mm.
A challenge of my own choosing to do it.
Damn.
Like, I'm gonna test this relationship. You guys want to get married? Not on my watch.
Yeah. Oh damn.
He's dead.
Mm.
You've made your decision then.
I can't do this.
Oh man.
Forgive me. I do so love to think.
Do you love me, Charles?
Girl, you asked him to give up his whole life.
Yeah.
You know Deathbird's
How we gonna transition back to this after he says that?
We gotta parallel the love
Yeah.
stories here.
They could make us.
Mm. Mm.
The cactus grows in darkness.
Mm-mm-mm.
That's why I came.
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm. And of your X-Men.
He hesitates.
Oh,
That's for chill.
she's on it right now. And she gotta hop off. Yeah.
This earth.
Holy shit. She's so funny.
Mm,
How can we entrust our knowledge,
mm-mm-mm.
which is inferior freak fluids? Indeed.
Oh, Jesus.
Ken
Oh, this is what she's going after, yeah.
Oh yeah, she's been after bitch has been after the
Yeah.
throne forever. Oh,
Uh-oh. Oh, damn. Yo, wait, what is this going on? Uh-oh.
the girls are fighting. The girls are fighting.
Oh, no.
Class is now in session.
Oh,
What is-
man. Yo, he got them in class for real. The apple.
Oh, this.
Yo, son.
But very presumptuous of him to do this to a people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Very
Yeah.
but very Charles Xavier. If you know,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Meanwhile, everyone here on Earth suffering. He's like, yeah, things will work better when I'm gone. Yeah, nah, bro, they are terrible right now.
Girl, same.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm.
tamping down my gifts.
Mm.
There was that lie.
Yep. Nope.
Deny your power. Lay dead.
We got some goosebumps going on. Omega detected.
Thunder
Ooh.
Mm.
and lightning.
Mm. Well, let's go. All right, this man literally got zapped. Oh.
Yes. 70s.
Oh. Oh. Yo. Ooh. That was clean. That was so clean.
In our hearts
Mm.
until we finally
Mm.
embracing it.
Mm.
There, it's starting.
Yo.
to heal.
These writers, bro, they've been on it. Like, it's just like there's multiple one-liners, bro. Oh no.
By the brutal attack on Genosha to return to their home countries. This, as rumors swirl that Genosha is the opening salvo in the long-feared evolution
Oh no.
Such as yours.
Merits, raise your
The
hand.
back and forth of emotions I'm feeling in this episode is a bit much.
Power of you. Why?
Hmm.
Who made up these silly
My man be spitting right now.
the atom?
Mm-mm-mm.
Heavens, no!
Uh-oh.
Gambit? No! No!
Oh, is he fine?
Freaking home, my children of the atom, destroyed! Death immediately.
Mm.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Mm.
If that should end our star-crossed affair, so be it. I will not abandon my kind.
Oh man.
It is time I return to my X-Men.
Yo.
The blame, Oliver, and don't fret the future. Why, Genosha was merely the beginning of a prologue, now past. You have nothing to fear, so long as you place your faith in Sinister.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I say a lot when we talk about X-Men,
Mhm.
but I want you, whatever thoughts you have, go right ahead.
Man, there's a lot to unpack on my side, right? Because obviously I'm not that well versed in the comic books like you are. I gotta say, just going off basic reactions, right? Just from what we've seen and everything. So, total shock. Not really. I guess not much of a shock to see Xavier back. It's one of those things where he's, you die and come back in the comics all the time and whatnot. But man is living it up in another. Is it verse world? No.
Just a different. He's still okay.
Yeah.
It's just out there in the universe. It's
Yeah.
still.
That's what I was like first. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a multiverse thing. He's just out in the universe.
Yeah. So he just, he's just out there. He's living in like another verse, as we'll say for now. While everyone else is getting smoked on Earth. Like, I love the parallels of, he was ready to give up everything else on Earth except for the X-Men, right? Which is very foretelling, especially that final scene where like all of the children in this classroom become skeletons and there's Gambit. And he immediately is like, oh my god, what is going on? Like, I need to go back to Earth because there's a crisis facing the X-Men, right? So that is great to see, especially because this was all happening at the same time that this issue was happening in Genosha, right? The Storm stuff, absolutely love it. Her return to the full her long hair as well, like that shit was epic. Like that shit was epic. Like the whole like transformation again, well, like even like this like yeah, that was epic. And just what I really do love, man, is I said it earlier, like, yo, the writers, shout outs, because they could be hitting some cold ass one liners, bro. Not even like just some cold ass lines that you could just take quotes and build a whole motivational YouTube channel around. like yo, some of these quotes was cold. So that much, like, living in the moment for me, with the series, and just seeing like, damn son, there's so many different types of peaks that we're hitting. After I didn't know where we would be going after that last episode. But it's funny because as I was editing episode 4 for us, and then realizing that, oh, Life Death had a part 1, and then literally when we open up Disney Plus today, and then it's Life Death part 2, I'm just like, oh, okay. So we're gonna, get in, like, I guess you say, the conclusions to that story. Storm getting her powers back, that much we already knew was gonna happen. We talked about it, weeks ago. But for it to come back in this sort of fashion was pretty cool. Did that happen like that in the comics as well, or something similar?
So I can't remember how she gets her powers back in the comics, but the adversary storm forge thing, this is their story. Um I honestly, I think even if I could remember, to me, this will probably even like I'll go back and look, but this
Mm-hmm.
I don't think to me
Mm-hmm.
her I don't I'll just say no. I'll let you keep
Yeah.
talking and then I'll
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
I'll
no
I'll,
problem, no
I'll
problem, no
just say
problem.
no for now. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah, yeah. Like that was I thought that was like I said, that to me favorite part. Like just the way the animation, the whole that whole set piece that what they did for it. Because you already had, I mean, her overcoming being claustrophobic, like that, there's so much that went into the buildup of the like that I liked about the powers returning, and the payoff, with it returning, those words you were saying, but then just to turn on the TV and then immediately be brought back to reality that, oh shit, like there's something tragic that has happened while you were on your own personal journey, that you had this time, you thought about, this whole life that you could have had, because everything to you at that point in time was perfect, well, not perfect, but you found peace, and understanding in your new circumstances. But now it's like, just as you begin to detach, try to find a person who it's like a lot of people think about the person who they were before and the person who they are now, but not who the person they are becoming in the future. And so this is what Storm, I felt, was going forward to it. It's like, just when you're trying to figure out who the person you're becoming is, you get brought right back to reality about the circumstances around you, and seeing Storm's tears immediately after that, like this, the just the writing itself, I found that powerful, because that's where I was looking at with this journey with her. So that stuff was powerful. um the stuff going on with Xavier, bro, that just the dialogue, and just seeing just like, yo, these people really detest Terrans and people from Earth and whatnot. Yeah, that's that portion was pretty interesting. And I'm guessing Sinister, as we saw from the last portion, main cause of what's going on in Genosha, Bolivar, right, that was his name.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Bolivar. Yeah,
Bolivar, right. Yeah, like
Bolivar Trask.
Corval Trask, yeah. Seeing his involvement, um, and yeah, I mean, they said the original, I think, writer for this one said that, yeah, you guys are thinking about how crazy episode 5 was. Just wait till you see episode 8 through 10. I'm just can't imagine, like, we're about to be like 2 to 3 weeks away from whatever they were talking about. That's possibly going to further blow our minds, and that's all I gotta say for now. So I'll leave it to you to cook.
So I just want to say, listening to you express
Hmm.
is touching my heart so much, because this is like how I feel about X-Men comics, right?
Yeah.
Just it's I don't know how other people feel about when you love something so much and then other
Hmm.
people join the fandom and then you're like, "Oh, look at your journey." That's how I feel, and it's just so
Hmm.
it's so heartwarming to be along with you on this.
Hmm.
Um and I do really give credit. I honestly though, you kind of got to give credit to comics writing in general, because
Yeah.
you can fall in love with a book because of the art, and I fall in love with a lot of books because of the art. And but it's the writing and the crafting of stories that
Hmm.
keep you around.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the crafting of X-Men stories by so many different writers, I wouldn't be here, right? And
Yeah.
I just find it so wonderful listening to you speak on it and joining you for this, and just like honestly, like I was having my own emotions, but I
Hmm.
think I was more so clocking how you were feeling
Hmm.
and just enjoying your reaction to this episode more than trying to react myself. So
Yeah.
like I'm really appreciative of this time together with you.
Yeah.
Like
This has
legit.
been a hell of a roller coaster, man.
Like
Like every week. So like since.
Like, imagine if you like pick up a like this is X-Men, right? This is
Yeah.
this is the shit I love. And
Yeah.
it's so nice and refreshing, like that you could take one medium, transform it into another, and still carry that magic of storytelling through to draw in fans who aren't who have like one foot in the door,
Mhm.
one foot out the door, and then just keep you don't have to stay, but come and enjoy the story with us and come back later for more stories. You
Mhm.
don't have to be here forever, but it's nice that you come and visit and you're here with us. So to you and all the new X-Men fans and to people who are getting something out of this, welcome. This
Mhm.
is X-Men. Welcome. Like these kind of things have affected and helped shape who I am as an individual. It's why I
Mhm.
love it so much. The magic of storytelling, right?
Yeah.
So this episode, um, okay. So again, 97 is a different continuity than 616.
Mhm.
Um what happens in 616, there is a point that Charles does get shuttled off into space with Lilandra, kind of
Mhm.
like leaves the X-Men. It's kind of the hop off point during like Inferno. Pretty much a little bit beat for beat of a lot of this stuff is happening while Charles is out in space, getting digged down with Lilandra, right? Because they're so in love. I mean,
Yeah.
no, the good.
Yeah.
I'm very happy for their relationship. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
It's just like I was saying through the episode. It's just the roller coaster of emotion I was feeling. To God, this is so fucking funny. To holy shit,
Yeah.
preaching some words. To oh my God, the end where it all finally catches up to two people who are extremely important to this X-Men family are
Yeah.
now finding out what's happening to their family.
Yeah.
And just the drops in of Storm talking about Jean, Xavier talking about Charles, Xavier talking about Magneto. It's just like, oh man, you guys don't know.
Yeah.
We know you don't know. So the catch up, it really is a gut punch, right? Um, in I just so like the Deathbird, Shiar, Lilandra, Charles of it all. Um, the way Charles explains it, they are a slaver race. They conquer planets to bring them within the Shi'ar community, but still look down on the communities that they haven't conquered. The
Mhm.
stuff with the Kree is a situation that does happen too. It's a Kree Skrull thing. Deathbird is after the throne. Deken had the throne. They're both like very. How do I kind of relate it to like they are supremacists. They're bird supremacy. They're
Yeah.
not white. They're bird people.
Yeah.
Though their skin color is quite white. Um they're bird supremacists. Which is a weird thing to say, but they're a
Yeah.
bird people. I also
Yeah.
thought that was funny, all the bird slurs and
Yeah.
jabs that were getting thrown around. It's so ridiculous and so
Yeah.
funny. Um but yeah, Lilandra is kind of like the leader who's trying to change all that, but still very much like uh kind of not really pushing so much. Like she's trying. She's
Mhm.
the empress that's trying, but it's like Xavier was teaching. Like it's kind of like you guys are still doing this. You guys still have these thoughts and these ideas. Kind of very much what happens with us when
Yeah.
we talk with supremacists, like especially white supremacists. Like you guys, coexistence is messy. I love that he said that coexistence is super messy, and the fact that the chancellor was like, people will think this is nonsense. That's the same kind of thought process that we deal with bigots and hatred in our real world. That it's just too much. It's too
Yeah.
much. You can't unlearn this stuff. Our people can't unlearn this stuff, and it's like you can. You can. You
Yeah.
have to be willing to learn. But it's how far you're willing to go and how much we're willing to meet in the middle to coexist. So I thought his lesson, even though funny, because it really is always funny, like even I mentioned in episode 2, Magneto talking to the UN Council, just sometimes hearing words coming out of white man's mouth about coexistence is just because of the prejudice and the bigotry that we deal with in the real world. But it's nice to see that even people with the facade of the bigots and the racists and the horrible people do see do have words and thought and mindfulness for change for the future and coexistence. Um, that's just my thought on just like the world in general, right? It's always good to have allies. Um, and that even if you are the same color of the oppressor, anything that's different about you is still seen as less than.
Mm-hmm.
So even though Charles is the same color as the oppressor, he's a mutant and is still seen as less than. Even though in the show they've shown that oppressors come in all shapes, sizes, and colors.
Yeah.
Because if you look at in the crowd of the second episode of the protesters, all races and sexuality, like the peoples are there
Yeah.
campaigning against mutants, right? Protesting against mutants. So yeah, that was. I just want to give it to my girl Deathbird, you crazy bitch.
she,
Like,
she was on one this entire episode, bro. She
like
was
I was so
all the smoke, bro. She wanted all the smoke.
so funny. Like her. I just look. I last year I had to do a read through of Mystique and Destiny comics, and in reading Mystique and Destiny comics, or that they're featured in, is obviously reading X-Men comics, and in reading also X-Men comics is also reading Carol Danvers, Captain Miss Marvel comics, and Warbird pops up in a few issues, and it's just so funny because she's always just showing up and then getting her ass handed to her. Just like in my head, that's why I also kept laughing, like, girl, you was getting your ass beat. Like, this is just
Yeah.
so funny. But in the comics there, she's like after her sister's throne for a very long time. Now for the Forge and Storm of it all, them coming to a crossroads with each other,
Mhm.
showing how you can talk through the struggles of a new relationship where you had differences in Life Death Part 1 where they, rightfully so, I said Storm smacked the straight fire out his mouth.
Yeah.
To discussing all this and, basically both coming up against the adversary or the adversary within the demons within. I am extremely touched by Storm's journey in this episode as someone who's dealt with depression and who's dealt constantly with feelings of feeling less than, or if only my life went this way, or only if I wasn't this, like, some of us minorities think that way. Like, it would just be easier if, there was one thing that didn't other us with all the other pieces that other us. So having her talk through it and break through it, and then realizing that the thing that was keeping her powers down and away was her own doubts within herself and her own struggle within her own identity, and not I guess in this version, because I feel like Storm in the comics wouldn't necessarily want to ever give up her powers for anything. Like, her powers are
Mhm.
taken away from her, but I don't feel that that's it. 616 Storm at any point is like, yeah, maybe I want to be human.
Yeah.
For me and a lot of people, her character arc just isn't ever that. But this is a different Storm. So just seeing that there's, even though she's not real, but seeing someone else struggle with the idea of coming to terms with, I'm tired. I'm tired of the struggle. I'm tired of being pushed around. I'm just tired. I need it to stop.
Mhm.
Right. There are things that about me that I can't change, but people do things that exhaust me because I can't change who I am. Now she has this opportunity that a part of her that's so hated and feared is gone. So now she has to figure out who she is with that and how comfortable she is with that part of herself. So it's like you said, you look at your past, you look at your present, you don't look at who you're becoming. So
Mhm.
it's dealing with understanding the hatred of people, then understanding how exhausted you are and what that means for you in the now that that piece of you is gone.
Mm-hmm.
And I just heard powerful stuff, kids, very powerful stuff. Yeah, just her breaking through, and it's like, even though we personally don't have magical bird demons in our faces whispering those lies to us, we
Yeah.
have our inner demons constantly whispering those lies to us, that we are nothing, that we are less than, to believe the people who hate us, that if only this was gone, life would be easier, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of us have to deal with that constantly and find a breakthrough, and to look forward to who we can be, who we are tomorrow, and to deal with that in the now. I'm a big believer in, you can make mistakes, situations happen. It's all in what you do and what you learn from those mistakes and who you are going forward.
Yeah.
I'm like, people have the ability to change. People have the ability to grow, but it's whether you choose to do that and what you do with these situations in life. I think this was just very powerful storytelling. Like, I definitely related to whatever, all that stuff that she was going through.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had my own breakthroughs with accepting who I am and the situations that have happened to me, the situations I find myself in, to then know that tomorrow is a different day, and what can I take away from these situations, those sucky.
Mm-hmm.
How can I go about as my individual person with these situations that have happened,
Mm-hmm.
and these demons that whisper to me that I'm nothing, that I'm less than.
Yeah.
It takes a long time. I'm an old woman, but I still struggle with these things. So honestly, if you two are struggling, it's not always a stitch up and a heal. Sometimes it's just a band-aid that covers it for now and gets you through till tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And then the band-aid falls off and you have to clean the wound again.
Yeah.
Um, Storm showing up, showing out in her OG costume. Girl, I loved it. I love that outfit. That's so iconic. Just seeing her in it is amazing. Her just getting her powers, busting through the cave, running with the like flying, running with the horses, seeing
Mm-hmm.
her reflection, feeling the like
Yeah.
gorgeous, beautiful work. And then like you said, you're a person on your own journey trying to figure out yourself. Doesn't stop the world around you from happening. The
Yeah.
world around you continues. So even though you've had a breakthrough, sometimes the world comes crashing down as that breakthrough has happened. And
Yeah.
that's what happened here. That she's on a journey of self-discovery, and but while you're on that journey, your family got caught up in some mess. Your friends and family, your people got caught up in some massive shit.
Yeah.
That part of you that you thought you wanted gone, all those other people are paying the price for things they can't change about themselves.
Yeah.
So that was tough. I got really whoo, absorbed a lot of that real quick. And then finally catching up with Charles up in space. Um, that was crazy. I like the fact that he was like, "Look, I love you, girl, but my family needs me, and I gotta go back."
Yeah.
Now, your intergalactic royalty battle. If I could fix things at home and come back, we'll do that. But he's like, "Girl, I gotta go. This was
Yeah.
fun. I gotta go." So big props to Charles Xavier for that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's just like that was great. At the last like 10, 30, 15 seconds of
Yeah.
the reveal of it's being Mr. Sinister behind it all. Like I
Yeah.
said, it's actually Cassandra Nova
Yeah.
is actually pulling the strings with Bolivar. So it's interest I like that, at least Sinister isn't gone from the series.
Mm-hmm.
Um It would have been interesting if they just kind of pulled that out of their hat and be like, "Oh, guys, guess what? The guy you thought was dead also has an evil twin sister."
Mm-hmm.
Boom, there you go. Um, but you have to make changes. Not everything could be a one for one. You could
Yeah.
take themes of the story and then just, I guess mix and match the villains to fit with however you have it plotted.
Yeah.
So yeah, the next couple episodes are going to be interesting to see, considering what happens in E for Extinction, what happens with the Cassandra Nova arc in comics,
Yeah.
the all new X-Men stuff, to see how this is going to deviate and how, because Sinister is 100% a different villain than Cassandra Nova. They are two different styles
Of
of
villains.
evil,
Yeah.
of villains. So taking one villain story and giving it to another, I think is an interesting concept, just to see how this villain is going to enact it in a different way,
Yeah.
right? I think too, there was something. Okay. Um, so in I'm thinking of Apocalypse. Who am I thinking of? In the OG series, there's one point that Sinister is working with Apocalypse and steals a bunch of mutants, and that's a lot of people talking about. Maybe at that point, that's when Jean and Maddie got swapped.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm also trying to remember if in that episode if they were collecting DNA from these mutants, and that's why in episode 3 he talks about how important the DNA of Scott Summers and Jean Grey are,
Yeah.
and why Nathan is so important, and the Technarch virus that he makes. Like he's a gene scientist. So in the comics he does collect genes of mutants and
Yeah.
stuff like that. He has a unhealthy healthy obsession with Scott and Jean through along I think through the majority of his history in comics.
Mm-hmm.
But his gene bank, not Jean Grey, his gene bank, his DNA bank becomes so important and integral to the foundation of Krakoa
Yeah.
and the resurrection of mutants that I'm like, I don't know. I'm trying. It's so interesting because they're pulling from so many pieces in the comics, and I'm like,
Yeah.
where can this go? There's so many ways this can go. I don't know. The next couple episodes I think are going to be extremely crazy because this had a lot of ups and downs,
Yeah.
not in a bad way. In a, like I said, I was
It sounds
laughing
like the
and
roller
then
coaster of
just, yeah,
emotions.
just trying to gather myself. Um, this was good, and it definitely sets up with Papa's big pop. Boulder Papa's gonna come home and find out his boyfriend is dead, and not a
Yeah.
bunch of his kids are dead, and then Big Auntie Storm is coming through like, what the fuck happened while I was out buying milk? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
So it's gonna be real crazy in the next episode. Like
I wonder if because you mentioned earlier, like with Nimrod, like what role is that gonna play a part in?
so
Yeah.
yeah, and that's crazy too because I like Nimrod is one of the big bads in the Krakoa era, though he's
Mm-hmm.
been in and out of X-Men comics through the years. So that's why I'm just like, I think he does appear in the OG cartoon. Like, I really have to rewatch this cartoon because
Mm-hmm.
there are pieces of the story I remember, but I can't fucking be like, am I thinking comics or am I thinking the cartoon? Because it's been
Yeah.
so long. Um, yeah, that's why I'm just like, where is this going? Because it's pulling from so much source material from so many different eras.
Yeah.
I'm like, is it possible we're gonna get a Krakoa era animated series? Yes, please. Yes, please. Like, that's all I've been asking for 5 years. Um, it's just it's so crazy to see where all this is going.
Yeah.
Like, legitimately. And
Yeah. Because
I also gotta say, to tap into Scott's speech from last week, where he's just like, to mirror Storm's feelings of, I'm tired. You guys
mhm.
treat us like shit, and then you expect me to continue to play nice.
Yeah.
It's like our leaders of X-Men kids, but like him calling it for what you guys keep treating us like,
He's been calling it out. Yeah.
right? Um, yeah, I don't know. I like. it's gonna be another one of those situations where I'd take an hour away from filming and then have to recontextualize and reconnect with everything that's going on and
Yeah.
rethink about this. But this episode was great. This episode was
Yeah.
great. I'm glad my face isn't a fucking mascara mess like last week. It was very close there at the end, but fucking great. Great
It's all
stuff.
good. It's all
Great stuff.
good.
Great stuff.
Oh man. Well, folks, next week, let's see what happens for some more X-Men. You already know. Until next time, everyone. Doses.